Hello, my lovely, lovely people. So, today I'm back with another tarot lesson, and today this tarot lesson is going to be more simpler than explaining the, you know, each card like I've done. If you want to watch that, I have a lot of tarot lessons explaining each card and all of that. But today we're going to do tarot lessons my style, AElla style. And I'm just going to try to show you how simple it is to just read and how to do a reading. But in order to be, wait, let me check something. In order to be like professional, there's few things that you need to do. So we got the normal deck, the original one, and we got some random one. And I chose this because this is the most randomest one. You would not find it online. It's, stickers. I made those. And I'm going to show you how to read, basically, but in a more simple style, so you would not feel confused and you would not like have to pull a lot of cards. Basically my style. If you like my readings, you probably wondered so many times like how can I do it without like pulling more cards, or like how can I do it with one card or two cards and all of that. So I'm going to try to explain it, but first of all, I'm going to try my best to explain it. First of all, before, and I keep repeating that, before taking any tarot decks, you really need to practice your intuition. You really need to practice channeling and your intuition, because it's very important. Without your intuition, you're just going to be as basic as so many readers. Like basically it's just like you go to a reading, you might pick up a few things that are just very basics, and it's kind of like when someone reading the ABC, and those readers usually will use the original deck explaining like a queen of wand and what energy. And sometimes you will notice some readers, they will do a reading and they will get so confused. It's almost like they will tell you all the fucking meaning, the positive and negative. It's almost like they're telling you this could be that, and this could be that, it could be that. Basically they're just literally reading each meaning of the card, and they just putting it on the air for you to take it with your intuition. And sometimes they will read it, some readers will read it basically based on like the ace of pentacle is this, let me clarify one more thing, right? So you saw that online a lot properly. And then you see some other readers use other decks, and you see some readers, if you notice that with time, you notice that readings it becomes more and more like more better, right? And you notice that they can read with different cards and they can pick up things. So what that tells you, just bear with me, I'm going to try to explain everything in a simple way. What that tells you, it tells you confidence, right? Some readers need confidence. So the first thing that you need to do is practice confident, and practice not hesitating, because the moment that you hesitate is like when you put your feelings there and you block yourself and you block your intuition. It's basically your feelings start talking. You start doubting the messages that you said, you start doubting it, and then you take yourself in another like way. And you notice some readers do that. So you'll take yourself in another way, basically like, oh, this can be possible, like this seems like it's not possible, so let me try to make it more logical for myself. And a lot of readers do that, and they mix that with their intuition. So the first thing that we know here, to trust yourself, trust your intuition. Second thing, which is very, very important, very, very important, and it's really, really important, you need to free yourself from a lot of your shadows and blockages. Because if you're very blocked in your life, chances are you don't know your intuition much. Because again, we spoke about the simple thing as like having feelings while you do the readings. So basically, if your intuition is there, sometimes you would have feelings, and then your feelings start blocking you and block your intuition. Or like your intuition is stuck, literally there's a wall, right? And your feelings are starting to talk and talk and talk and talk. So if you have this emotional blockages usually is denial, or like not wanting to be free. It's just as simple as that. Not wanting to be free from an idea that you're really fixated on to be true, that you don't want to look behind the wall, right? So free yourself from that. If you have a lot of bullshit in your life, that's okay. Some people don't know how to really put their bullshit aside and their reading aside, so you really need to start doing that. The more that you practice your intuition also to do it, like to do readings for everybody, to do reading for people, the more that you're going to recognize also that for yourself, right? So we got the normal original deck, and for me, usually you will see me putting one card or two cards, right? And if you put this deck here, I'm gonna try to channel one of you energy here, like one of my subscriber here energy in love, basically. And let's just not say love. Let's just channel finance, because love is gonna be easy because it's cups, right? Let's channel finance. So when you see finance, like you need to book a book. Basically, this is also another thing that I want to talk about. Like once you become more intuitive, your intuition speaks for you, basically. Like when you do a reading, like you will say things like they will just pop, like your intuition speaks very fluently, and this is something that you need to practice. So when you look at the card, and also I explained that before, let your intuition speak to the card, not the card to you. The moment that you let that card speak to you and tells you what the fuck it is, then you get so fucking stuck and you want a lot of cards. So you got only fucking one card here, one card only, and you're asked, like the person asks you for their work situation, what's gonna happen in their work situation. You can see everything based on this card. Basically, this card is like a portal, this card is like a window, this card is a key to take you to this portal to open that door for you, right? So I'm gonna channel one person here, basically by the card and using my intuition to read the card. So that person here is very stuck in their career life, and I do feel like the reason that they're stuck, so basically, now bear with me, the reason why they're stuck, so I'm looking at the picture and I'm talking about it. So my intuition tells me that this card, there's a lot of things came. It's kind of like a movie or like a vision. Also, like your intuition flows. This is the key. So this person is very stuck in their life, like at like their job, because of another person who let their drama from their home life affect them, basically. So I picked up the stuck and all of that, and I picked up that this happiness and all of that. It looks like a manager, or looks like a person there with their happy time, like happy life, whatever shit that they're like claiming that it's happy and all of that. They let everything in their personal life affect their work situation, basically, or they're influencing everybody around them based on their personal life, right? So they want something like that. So and let's say the person asked two questions. They asked, like, I will still challenge the same person here. So they asked about their career life, and also they asked something about their career life. They ask if things going to progress in their life, progress in their career life. So I'm seeing here that the person who asked this question, for example, still based on one card. I'm still looking at one card. This person, are they gonna progress in this career life? They're going to progress to a certain level, and they're going to be very comfortable, but it's not something that they're going to reach, like higher position and everything like that, like a higher state. Like they're not gonna reach that, but they're gonna reach a level where they're so comfortable in their living situation, like they're comfortable with their job, and they go to their life, and they're comfortable with their life, and they're comfortable with their job. It's really a good job, right? It's a really a good job. Do they want more? They don't want more, because they feel like they pay their bills. They got whatever they feel like they need, that they don't feel like they need more, right? And you can see like all of the things on the card speaks about like life and happiness and happy life, and you see the house is like seems like a normal, like house with, but you can see in this card when you ask this question, the garden is self highlighted, everything like the field, the everything. This person is not gonna progress bigger. There's no castle there, something like that. So in case if this person asks a question and you gonna see like there's a progress, you might see the progress as this card is a 10. It might be highlighted to you. So the card can mean several many things, and this is the normal meaning of the card, right? Basically, so you can read a lot of questions based on one card here, and challenge yourself, like pull one card and ask one question. Your intuition can really guide you, and the one card is a portal to all the question relating the topic they asked, like basically career or something like that. So before you pull the card, you ask a question whether it's love and career, and you pull one card, and then you can see everything. Your intuition is the one reading, not the card. Your intuition is telling you the keys, everything, the words basically stuck, and you're like stuck, and you look at this card and you're gonna be highlighting what is stuck exactly or something like that, right? So this is the first thing. So this is the deck that everybody knows. So here we got my deck that you see me always using. Again, it's the same concept, but this is gonna be a little bit challenging because a lot of you don't know this deck. Let's just say I handed you this deck and it's just random. Someone handed you a deck. You're like, I cannot read from this fucking deck. Like, I don't know what is it, right? It's the same fucking concept with every fucking deck. It's like looking at signs around you in the universe, looking at things, right? So this person want to ask me if their partner is cheating on them, right? For example, is partner cheating on them? Are they loyal? Like, and again, I'm picking up one of you here from the people watching my reading. Is this person cheating? So the first thing that I'm getting here, like before, like I even look at the card, it's like I something holding me from looking at the card, right? You need to highlight also how spirit talking to you while you pick the card, what kind of feeling, what they're saying. So it depends. Basically, the more you practice your intuition, the more you can hear clearly, understand clearly, right? So I felt like, what the fuck? Like I look at the card and I'm like, what the fuck? And the moment that I said what the fuck and all of that, it's like basically for me, I right away knew the message. But let's just say like you don't know, right? You look at the card and there's this sense of confusion. Let's say you felt confused, and now like because you just started, you felt confused. What you're gonna do? You're gonna panic. You're gonna confuse yourself. You're gonna pull a lot of cards. No, 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 no. Every feeling that you feel, everything that's per se, while you're doing the reading or pulling one card is really important. So the first thing I'm looking here, I'm like, there's nothing. There's nothing. I see nothing. I see nothing. I see nothing. So the moment that you realize you see nothing, you hear spirit saying more like they're saying like Delulu, like this person is Delulu. Basically, this person is like got trust issues, right? And then when you look at the card, how the card is translated and everything that's per saying. So the first feeling that I felt is this, and then I look at the card, and then you see this toxic here sign. You see the what? You see the shade. You see everything, right? You see the toxic sign. So and then you see what, like you see things like that. So that person that I'm channeling their energy, their partner is not cheating. There's something happy here and everything isn't innocent, but this person is like feeling like their partner is cheating, and I'm feeling like something heavy from trauma. Like before even looking at anything in the card is always gonna translate every question differently. You're gonna look at the card, they're gonna give you like different meaning for every sticker that you see. A heavy drama from the past. This person is very heavily, they have like heavy drama from the past, and you can see the heaviness of the elephant. Also, the elephant is an animal that doesn't forget anything, right? So what else I'm picking up? You can't just pick up a lot of things, right? So I'm still channeling this person. Um, I'm seeing this person trying to force this partner to be someone else, like this is not their right partner. This is also something that I'm picking up from spirit. Like I'm like picking this intuitively also. When you look at the cards are speaking to you. So when you look at the flower, every time you're gonna look at something different. You're gonna look at this flower, and this time what you see kind of remind you of twin flame things. And also it shows that it's like a different color. Someone is forcing this flower to be next to this color and to change. So every time you're gonna look at a card, it's going to be different. So that's how simple it is, right? To practice your intuition, to pull one card. So I do not recommend, like, if you're starting to pull a lot of cards, if you feel like you can limit yourself by like asking a question and pulling like only 4 cards, 5 cards. Like, let's just say your limit is just 3 cards, whatever, just put them there and read, because the moment that you're going to confuse yourself and you're not going to understand when you're panicking and when you're confused, you're always going to block yourself a little bit, because it could be like there's more messages there that you're blocking the flow of it. It's almost like you're distracting yourself, you're blocking yourself emotionally and all of that. So it's basically that simple. So I hope you can practice and let me know, you know. So also, like, if you practice this, you can do reading basically on every fucking shit. You can look at the sky and do readings. You can look at yourself and do reading. You can look at signs around you and do reading. If you practice this method, you can look at numbers and do reading. You can look at coffee, do reading. You can look at the sky is the limit, basically, right? And then you're gonna notice you pick up a lot of things more and more. So just open your intuition, practice that. So thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.